My name is Brenda Jarrett. I was born in Florence, Alabama, and I grew up in the state of Texas. I am concerned about a lot of issues in Wichita Falls, and I try to adhere them or answer them one by one in my way. So I started with Wichita Falls back in the 80s. I just checked that, my God. I really was working with Mr. Lindsay Walker, who just ascended a few weeks ago. That was one of my mentors. And I was the clerk in his newly found Wichita Falls Economic Development Corporation. And it was housed on Flood Street at Dr. LaFall's office. That's where we started out.
Well, what year was it?
This had to be the late 80s, early 90s. So I learned a lot from Mr. Walker. And the thing is, if you have a way to get your message out, you just have to do it. Mr. Walker, right? He was the executive director of the Wichita Falls Economic Development on Flood Street. And I learned a lot from Mr. Walker just by being around him. One day I just looked out the window at the Carver Theater. I said, Mr. Walker, what's happening to the Carver? He said, it's on its last leg. So what we did, the organization of Wichita Falls Art, Entertainment, and Culture, we purchased it. And we still own it today. Okay, there's a lot of demolition that's taken place in our community, but there's a lot of young people with ideas to rebuild, and I'm for the young people. Starting back with Mr. Walker, it gave me the opportunity to go to the city council, which I was well known, and we'll go and represent whatever I thought was right at that time. Now, the main focus of me is to realize who you are and why are you here. You were born for a reason. So that's my underlining why. It's why I'm here. And no one could have told me that my job wasn't to replenish the community. It was to replenish the people, get the people involved, get them excited about redevelopment, and do it. And I've had a lot of success through the years, and we have a lot more. years, and we have a lot more to do in the community.
Let me ask you this. Where did you get your education from?
I am not a graduate from college.
Okay.
I attended Midwestern. It was Midwestern University, was no S, and Lake County College. I believe that your education comes from your environment and you, and how you do it. Now, if you want to go to college, bravo, do it. But I just felt that I would lose education by somebody else telling me how to look at things. And I have a very strong will about that. It has to be done my way, and it's not, hey, it has to be. Because I have to make sure I'm following the rules of the universe. It's not anybody, and that's me. The rules of the universe, I'm there. So remember that through this whole interview, because that's how I operate. And it really doesn't matter if I have any money or not. It's the cause, it's the principle. And when I went to the city council to talk about not tearing the Carver Theater down, and they were concerned about the money, where it's going to come from, do you have this kind of support, or whatever. The whole point was to get it done. That's what I've done, brought attention to it. Because that same type of renovation was being done downtown. It really bothered me that we couldn't do it. The Carver Theater was a strong building, and it really served the community very well. It was built in 1946. So it served the community very well. And I just happened to go to school and remember the Carver Theater and exactly where I used to sit. And those things, every spring that used to come out of the seats, the chairs there, those are important. And my thing was to restore what was lost. And living in Wichita Falls has really shown me that we're not like any other community on the planet. I believe that. I believe that we are so different, and it really keeps us behind the curve. We don't know who we are. It's the problem. Now, I was just raised at a time, and it was the time that was different, okay, that young people or the adults showed us and told us who we are. And I have the same kind of goal. I just want everybody to know you were born for a reason, and it's way more than mama and daddy getting busy. It's about why are you here? And you figure that out, and then funding will come. All these other things will come. That's my message. My message is to let you know you're here for a reason, and don't listen to what other people say your reasons are. Your reasons are totally yours. So I just have ways of getting that message out.
Talk about the birth of the Youth Opportunity Center and the founding foundation that is umbrellaed up under, and explain that to the people. And tell us when it was established.
Okay. In 1987, I was inspired to create a not-for-profit organization. And I did, and the name is Wichita Falls Art, Entertainment, and Culture. And we built that in 1987. Okay, 7 years from 1987 is 1994. That's when we got the y.o.c, the Youth Opportunity Center. It was born. It was born for the kids. I loved them so much and wanted to leave them a legacy, and I'm still trying to do that, to leave a legacy. With y.o.c, we really focused on the young people and the programs that they wanted and the programs we knew they needed. So that's exactly what we did. In 1994, that's when the doors opened of the Youth Opportunity Center, which in January 15th, it will be 24 years. So 24 years of my life I've dedicated to this community and to love the young people and show them they can do anything if they wanted to. So that's exactly what y.o.c was. It gave young people an opportunity to express themselves through the arts. And it's very important to express yourself. It's very important to tell how you feel, even if it's not accepted by the bigger organizations. That doesn't matter. What matters is that you get a chance to express yourself. That's what we did.
Okay. So to go back on the education part, did you go to high school here in Stockholm?
Yes.
You attended
Booker T. Washington High School, class of '66. Love the way I was raised by that group. I love Booker T still to this day. Just love it because it put in me and others the basics, the true basics. You don't need what you think you need. Just a little bit of knowing and get it done. So here in Wichita Falls, we have that history, and the name Booker T. Washington was recently restored. Recently. Now, you know what the story is about, a community being the last community in this nation that desegregated. I mean, that is huge to me.
Wichita County is the
Yes.
Wichita Falls is the last
Yes, school district.
to desegregate.
Yes. Okay, so that kind of history we have. Now we have to look at the history of Wichita Falls, where it came from, and if it's a Confederate state or Union. And it really will tell you.
It's a Confederate state.
Well, there you go.
I mean, you know, the Republic of Texas would say it's separate, but
Yeah.
equal, but it's most definitely a Confederate state.
So
Right.
if you know that, and don't forget when you hear jeers or somebody calling you whatever, you have to remember who they are too, and that is very important, because going up against, so to speak, some of the organizations in town, it already feels like you lost, and you have to go. So you go and participate. And participate to the point of getting invited to serve on some of the boards. But I'm doing that for the community. It's not for me.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
Out of all of your accolades, which one are you most proud of?
I like this one right here. It was given by the Attorney General. That made me realize that, man, I'm doing something. I don't know what, but this guy believes in me, and I received the Golden Eagle Award, which is quite an achievement. Okay, I have that, and I really do love that. I love the award from our state representative at the time. He donated this one right here, and it really touched me too. But I wasn't doing anything for an award, and when I am recognized, it is such a surprise. Cry or whatever, because I don't expect that. I just want to do what I'm born to do, and it's a lot, and I need little troops. Arthur B. is really here for the community, and we should honor her presence right now. That's something that the community should do. It's not only Arthur B., but honor all of our elders. They are going to leave this planet with tons of information, and we're going to have to go back and dig it up if we don't get that information. Arthur B. was, she's a friend. She's a person that I can talk to community-wise, and she will tell me the truth. That's what I like about her. I don't want anybody to give me any false information. And if you want the truth, Arthur B. is the one to give me the truth. So if I have any questions, I don't have a problem speaking to Arthur B. about it. She's really designed for the whole community, and she's not going to be here. All of us going to leave, right? So we really need to love people like Arthur B. Williams. The goals of y.o.c, the Youth Opportunity Center, is really simple. We just want all people, really, but youth, to realize who they are. I think that the people are not getting the positive message. They're getting the negative stuff that exists in the world. We need to tell each young person that they are created by a divine being and have a purpose. And I really, really want to focus on that. And I understand about religion and all of that, but it's moving us away from the point of you're here for a reason. People need to know they were born for a reason, a purpose. And when you find that purpose, everything else will fall into place. That is the goal right there of y.o.c, more than anything. And the needs, man, we have been here so long that we have roofing issues. The roof in this building, the roof in the educational building, and partially in the gym. We really need to repair the roof. We need air conditioning and plumbing, just basic stuff. That's what we need. And the future expectations is for y.o.c to be financially independent, to have its own money, to have other jobs, small businesses under it, to answer the questions that we all run into. For this week, I had a young man, 18 years old, that parents were not parents, that needed something. We took him to the Job Corps. Okay, Job Corps just sapped him up. And I felt good because I helped a soul. I helped a young man. Now, if he goes astray, it's on him. I've done my part. y.o.c's done its part. So I want to make sure that we do all that we are designed to do and more for the community. What you can do is contact us at yocnow@gmail.com, and working with the young people, we can do that.